Welcome to episode 555 of my photo stock journey. Hi, I'm Angel. Thanks for stopping by. You can call me Auntie Angel. I'm going to get my other glasses on so we can see each other better. It's actually day 4, episode 5 of this journey for me in my endeavor to make some cash with stock photography. And I cannot see very well with these glasses, so apologies. Now that you know what I look like, I'm going to put these back on because they're a little bit better for my light sensitivity and for my reading. These are kind of dirty. TMI? You can let me know in the comments. It feels like longer than 4 days, I can tell you that. And indeed, I did start like 5 years ago with a vague attempt, and I've been taking photos for a long time. So maybe that's why. But also, I've spent a lot more than the 3 to 5 hours a day that I initially thought I might, like a part-time job. And that's the thing about being a freelancer, is it's hard to limit yourself to the hours that would be easier to limit yourself to if you were just getting a direct paycheck, right? So I want to get into the good, the bad, and the ugly of what's happened so far, where I'm at, and let's just get right into it. The good, probably the best thing that's happened is that I found the delete button on my Adobe submission files, thanks to another YouTuber. And I think his name is Charles. Thanks, dude. And yeah, all this while, that little delete button has been in the fine print of the photo details, and I didn't even think to look for it there. So kind of another lesson in don't give up. The answer you're looking for is probably right in front of your face. Anyhow, so I was able to delete my 49 crappy photos off of Adobe and submit 3 fresh photos, which I have a pretty high degree of confidence will get accepted. But it's been 24 hours and no response from them, which I think it does say on their little thing up to 4 weeks. So we'll see how long that takes. But that was at least an encouraging step in the right direction. And one of the reasons I feel more confident that those will get accepted is because I've done some work to understand my camera better, done some work on understanding stock photography better, took some shots of some marshmallows and some black beans on a red background in the shape of a heart and in the shape of some smiley face, which I see is just a real easy conceptual idea, easy concept to start with. I know it's been done a lot, but there's sort of endless variety that one can achieve with that sort of simple concept idea. And I got that idea from, now I think his name is Charles Wollartz, and I'm thinking the other guy's name can't possibly be Charles also. Did I say Charles? Anyway, another YouTuber. Let's keep it that simple. Heavens. Being able to delete those and put fresh ones into Adobe was a little bit exciting in an unexciting way. And I submitted those same 3 photos to Alamy, and they were accepted. Yay! I feel like that's worth celebrating because that's my 3rd submission of 3 photos to alamy, and the first one was just disappeared without much of a trace, except for a little bit of a trace saying that I had done it, but no feedback. And then the second one, I finally did actually get some feedback from that, and it said that 2 of my 3 submissions were rejected for quality, but that the 3rd would probably be accepted, except for that I needed to have it in a batch of at least 3 submissions. So I will probably put that one back through, and that's of a terracotta piece, an old piece of Mexican terracotta in the snow, basically. Not very, probably not super saleable at all, but I will add it to my portfolio. And it was nice I appreciate that I got some feedback on that. It's very helpful at this stage of the game. So what I haven't done yet is do all the metadata for those 3, which I will. It's not going to take that long. I'm getting better at that as well. And understanding that more and more. And I did spend some time reading more and getting ideas and examples of meta tags and titles so that I feel like I can do a better job of that. And that's going to be an ongoing thing, as with everything, right? But so those two feel like progress, even though there's no real progress, or yeah, that's contradiction, isn't it? Those feel like progress. I haven't done anything on the handful or so of other platforms because I was waiting for that step of progress, and I have a lot on my plate today and a slight headache, so I'm not going to try to make any more progress on those other platforms until this weekend, but I do think that I'm in a good position to make some real forward progress this weekend on several platforms. And I had initially set the goal of at least 125 uploads a week, and I'm at 47 and 49 on the two top platforms. That's Shutterstock and Dreamstime. Those are the two that I have the most in my portfolio. I would have more on 500px, but I kind of just stopped and stalled on that. Partly, I mentioned that the text was giving me a hard time. I did figure out how to increase the size on my screen, not on the platform itself. But I thought I would just, basically, I've realized some things about my workflow that I can improve. And so until I do that little step, it doesn't make much sense to put the work into uploading things. I will make faster progress if I put the back end work onto organizing my file and my metadata, and then I can make faster progress on these. So excited about those little bits of progress, even though they might sound like fairly insignificant. Finding that delete button was, one of those little steps that was so small and yet so big. And so, and having alamy accept some things was also significant. I wanted to mention, I'm having some issues on dreamstime because where I have 49 approved files, but the increasing numbers of them are approved for exclusive rights. But initially I had clicked the button for exclusive rights on 4 files. You might mention if you watched one of my other videos, or might remember me mentioning it if you watched one of my other videos. But then I didn't think I clicked it, and then I specifically unclicked it for some other more recent uploads. But it seems to be, maybe I'm misunderstanding, because it seems to be giving exclusive rights to several. And then there were the 3 that I uploaded to alamy and to stock Adobe that I tried to change that exclusive rights and couldn't figure out a way, like unclicking the button didn't seem to do anything. And then I actually tried to just delete all the rights to those 3 because I'm really interested in pushing them through on alamy now, and seeing if they'll go through on Adobe. And so far, there doesn't seem to be much response from the system on that. So that's a little glitchy and a little of concern, but I'm just going to give it time. I don't think it's going to turn out to be a big deal in the long run. If necessary, I will delete those 3. I'll figure out a way somehow, and then maybe just re-upload them and make sure that I don't give exclusive rights, since I want to have those on other platforms. In reading Dreamstime's contract and details, it's a little bit sketchy about the pay, and where I'm at right now, level 1, it's almost no pay. But I think if it's set up in a way to reward people who actually do well, and if you have at least, it says you need at least 50 online to apply for exclusivity. So that was where I started to realize, well, maybe those that are marked as exclusive are just telling me that those would qualify, in which case I have not even all of the 49 that I have in my approved file, but some good portion of those, maybe around half of them. So, and then it says if you have over 100 images, there's some kind of bonus of exclusive to Dreamstime only. So I'll be looking more at that once I get through some more up-leveling of my workflow in my file organization. Then I think I will have I still have a really good chance of hitting my 125 weekly quota this week because it's only day 4. And even if I don't, I think I'll have a good chance of catching up to it in the following week. So that's where I stand with all of those. Dreamstime, oh, it's Shutterstock where I have 47. It's Dreamstime where I have 49. Alamy, I have 3 pending more metadata. Adobe, I have 3 in review. And 500px, I forget the number, but I haven't added to that because I want to do some improving to my workflow. And there's one more that's in that same category. It is Charles Wollartz Photography that I wanted to give a shout out to. He's helped me a whole lot so far. Check out his channel. He's definitely way ahead of me, and I want to end on a positive note of some things that have given me hope as I'm moving through this progress. But I think I forgot to finish my good, bad, and ugly. So the good was the deletes, the alamy thing, and the learning. Boy, am I learning a lot. And I do love learning. So it is good. And it's nice to feel that little bit of momentum of improving my skills and getting more positive feedback. The bad is, man, the time suck. Metadata is a big time suck, and just, the learning curve and sitting there and, glitches in the computer, my internet is spotty, all those things. The ugly is, again, the metadata, and just, I wrote AI or the new world or just the uncertainty of things. It's going to be hard to make money in stock photography, and the majority of people into it are not making money, and the majority of the images going into stock photography are going into training the AI, which is rapidly outcompeting us. And I love playing with AI, and I will be exploring some of the AI options. There's one of the platforms that is taking AI. It might be Adobe. In any case, I look forward to learning more about that and seeing how it evolves. The flip side of that ugly detail of not making money with stock photography is that the skills that I am learning on that good side will serve me well in other freelance work. There's making money on Fiverr, for example. There's client work, individual client work, and I could see that my new mentor in stock photography, Charles Wollartz, apologies if I'm saying that last name wrong, he definitely is making some of his income through individual clients. And there's also stuff like this, YouTube, there's affiliate marketing, although that's not really relevant to the stock photography. I would say there's probably a huge opening in Amazon and working for individual clients, both as a creator, creating like video content for individual products, and as a stock photographer. I think there's a huge world there that's only going to, it might seem like you've missed the boat, but I don't think so at all. I think that is just starting to crack open, and there's just a huge universe that's going to be available there. So there's no harm in up-leveling your skill set or adding another category of skills to your repertoire. That's what I say about all that. I hope some of this has been helpful. Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I think that's how that goes. And do check out Wollartz Photography if you're interested in seeing somebody way further along in this journey who's making some money. But even he, I think, will be quick to admit that most of the money, there is some money there. Again, that's part of why pardon me while I sit on a pillow all of a sudden. That's part of what inspired me. Anyway, check it out. Don't give up. Keep on being creative. Stay curious. Stay courageous. Stay free. I'll be seeing you. Ciao for now.